Jaffe here at Cairns City Library, nationally important camp of the critically endangered spectacled flying fox, officially classified as endangered. It's Friday the 22nd of October at 5:13 a.m. and we're just seeing now how they brought out the pool noodles, which they bang together to simulate gunfire. Can hear pup, at least one pup in T3 calling quite loudly. With that kind of banging going on, there's a risk that the mother won't come back to pick it up. Obviously the banging of poodle noodles to simulate gunfire is designed to scare away flying foxes. So one can only infer that mums will be scared away when returning to pick up their pups, which is incredibly irresponsible behaviour by Cairns Regional Council, Queensland Department of Environment and Science and the federal EPBC. We have been let down by all three levels of government, who have totally disregarded their own legislation and guidelines just to appease developers. Developers, I might add, that know nothing about the role of this species in the conservation of World Heritage Wet Tropics rainforest, the oldest rainforest in the world, with a high level of endemic species. And the spectacled flying fox is the only long-range seed disperser for the wet tropics rainforests. And the population is plummeting. Prognosis is for more heat stress events. Heat stress event in 2018, we lost 22,000 in a matter of days, 2 or 3 days. We have perhaps 40,000 left. So there you've heard it, that this bat disperser has been advised not to continue with dispersal because there are many pups in the trees and they will have to bring the cherry picker in to get them out. So he has stopped. Again, you're probably watching this live stream that I'm doing and responding to it. I would say is likely the case. The dispersal should cease until after the rearing season has finished. Hi Anne, how you going? Hi Daniel, thanks for watching. So there we have it. This council disperser has been instructed not to continue his dispersal, that is flashlights and banging pool noodles to simulate gunfire, because there are many pups still in the trees and, quote, may have to bring the cherry picker in to rescue pups. That sounds like the call of a mum looking for a pup. You can hear lots of Torres Strait pigeons cooing, meaning there's likely to be many nests in these trees. One bird expert taught me that if you want to know about the birds in the trees, you don't look upwards, you look downwards and look at the bird poo on the ground, and by the nature of the bird poo you can tell where the nests are and even if there's chicks in there or not. We can see first light on the horizon, the sky is lightening. I can hear plenty of pups still, T1, T2. Those noises you can hear are pups. So the two bat dispersers are now sitting down, looking up at the trees. No more dispersal. The fellow on the 2A radio made the comment, "Oh, it's incredible how many there are." As I say, I'm sure they're monitoring this live stream, and I'm also sure that it's no exception this morning, but that this is quite normal, happens every morning. But that normally the dispersal will continue. It's a wonder that there haven't been any separated pups, or maybe there have been, and we just haven't been able to document it. There's no one to document it. I wouldn't put it past council to just leave them in the trees. That happened last year. On October the 15th, I think it was, and we advised council that there was, they'd come in to pick up at least one pup with a cherry picker, went away, but there was another one that they had missed, and we called them and told them, but they said they weren't going to come back. And next morning it was in the same position, and it was dead. And we took photos, and council officials said, we said, well, you have to take it down. And they said, oh, do we really have to take it down? I mean, it's dead. And we said, yes, you have to take it down, you have to document it. And they did take it down, and that happened on several occasions. And sometime later, council published a half-page notice in the Cairns Post entitled "Bat Facts," where they stated that there had been no deaths as a result of the dispersal. A complete lie. In fact, I saw for the first time in a document that it was mentioned that there were 5 deaths. So there can't be no deaths and 5 deaths at the same time. So that was a complete lie by council, that there had been no deaths. One of a whole range of lies that have been perpetrated by council, including the other one I just mentioned by Councillor Moller on the John Mackenzie show, saying that T5 has Phelinus noxious brown tree rot and that the whole area would have to be decontaminated. Also, right at the beginning or prior to the dispersal, the Deputy Mayor went on 6 o'clock news saying there are no pregnant bats. Well, in fact, just about every female, most females were pregnant at that stage. So he could not have been further from the truth. And when I pointed out to Councillor Kathy Zeiger that about the misinformation that was published on a Wednesday half page in the Cairns Post and repeated the following weekend Post edition, that it was misinformation, she said, yes, I did think it was exaggerated a little bit. Well, to say there'd been no deaths when there had been 7, and we can settle for 6 because one of them was taken by an owl, that's not an exaggeration. That's incorrect information. And I asked her to follow up. I asked Councillor Amy Eden to follow up. They said they'd passed in on the inquiry. I never heard back. So none of the incorrect statements that have been espoused and even published by Cairns Regional Council have been corrected. It's no wonder people lose confidence in government, especially local government. we are very concerned about the integrity of local government. I'll sign off now to keep this video clip not too long, and I will keep you posted. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your interest.